All right, well, good afternoon, GL. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm blessed. I see Sunshine here with you guys today. Here with Mr. GL down here in the beautiful Sunshine State, you know. Blessed, wonderful environment. So, how you doing today? Would you come out, come share? What's the reason for you being here today?
GL Money Mclane, introducing my brand to the world, my music to the world as an artist, as a CEO, and the new genres of music that I have, along with the music, the mixtape, and my book coming out. So that's what this interview is all about, trying to let the world hear it real raw from one of the realest artists and human beings on the planet. Really give you guys a different perspective and hopefully shed some light on some of the questions and darkness that these future artists, present artists have already put in the game. So that's basically what this is all about, to expose some of the false authors and false prophets out there, and to also, like you say, present my brand and display my brand to the world.
Okay. It's always a blessing to be able to do so. Like every day we want to be able to get up and see how we can be able to help somebody. The simple purpose in our life to be able to, whether it's through our knowledge, you sharing your word, your knowledge, somebody's going to be able to learn and even be inspired. And as we're rolling and we're going now, who is GL Money Mclane? Can you tell me some more?
Yes, GL Money Mclane, God Life, GL, God Life. Put God first is what my mom told me always, my dad, anybody that's wise always tell you to put God first. And as I get older in life and went through my troubles and went through prison and everything like that, I understood why they tell me that, because you can never do anything and everything is always harder when you try to put God to the side or when you don't put God first. So in my name, I wanted to express that as people to remember me as and to know me as GL, God Life, Money Mclane. And after God is life, life is God, then you got to get the money. Because with the money, 9 times out of 10, you can have a better life if you're using it right. And Mclane, that comes from my grandfather, my mama's side, that, he had 9 kids. My mom is one of them. He was a hard worker, and he did his best to provide for the whole family. So I use that name because that's my middle name. She got that from him. So I just put God Life, Money Mclane together because Money Mclane sounded good together. But my other grandfather, my great-grandfather, on my grandma's side is actually Kenneth Knight, where he was the first black radio personality and DJ in the South from Gainesville, Atlanta. So naturally, it was in me to just rock the mic and be a master of ceremonies anyway, so. That's what GL Money Mclane is, a master of ceremony, a lyricist, an entertainer, a business mogul, a CEO, a God-believing individual, an influencer, an athlete, a lover. I'm single right now, by the way. And I'm a beat maker. I'm a creator. I make my own beats. I write songs. I write lyrics. We do a lot of stuff. I produce and film my own movies and stuff. I kind of got that inspiration from Master P when I saw him producing his own movies and stuff. I love that about any black man or any man in particular. And so that's what GL Money Mclane is, a creator, an innovator, super producer, songwriter, lyricist, entertainer, business mogul.
Now, so we've been to a whole lot of what it is now. Next question. Where are you from?
I am originally I was born in Daytona Beach, Florida. I moved to Fort Lauderdale, Broward County when I was 9 years old with my mom. My auntie was already living here with my cousin. And so when I moved from Daytona to Fort Lauderdale, I'm a Florida boy to the heart. That's all I know is Florida. Just like you see the tat on my leg, FLA, Florida boy. So, and I got that when I was locked up in prison. I did a little 4-year bid when I was 19. So like to say, I was influenced really by Sons of Prophet and underground artists like that talked about hitting licks and robbing a lot. And it was all hip-hop, and it was, me growing up and thinking that that's what I had to do to get money, to get my own studio, to be a rapper and to be cool. And it landed me in prison, and it messed up my whole, background and profile in life when trying to, raise kids and get a house and stuff like that. It make it harder, even though I still found a way and made it successful. But, like I say, I'm from Daytona. I was born in Daytona, but I came here since I was 10 years old. And, my fake age is 26. I tell y'all that's my fake age because I'm an artist, and
Okay.
some artists like to really lie to you, but I don't say with you. I'm so real. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna tell you my fake age is 26. I mean, for anybody out there, you know, interested in single GL Money Mclane, all you need to worry about is I'm old enough to get you everything you need in life and to take care of you like a real man, and take you out and show you what a real man about, but yet still young enough to make you laugh and go out and understand all the things that us as young people like to do. I'm very active, very athletic, so that's all you really need to worry about with me, instead of, because age is really just a number. So, like I say, man, growing up from South Street crack cocaine corner is what they call it in Daytona Beach, Florida, to moving to Deep Side and Lauderdale at Blueberry and then the Villas and staying over there and being introduced to Fort Lauderdale that way. I grew up rough. You know, I grew up to be, you gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, and you gotta be wild. We grew up a little wild, you know, in both cities you'll see it's wild. In those areas, it's the hood, man, you know. So I grew up in the hood, but yet my dad is from Nigeria, so he gave me that foreign, you know, well-roundedness. He gave me another aspect in life of family values and godly values and being a man. And, you know, he was all about books. He was actually a professor, the first black professor in Daytona at a school called Amarillo. So, you know, it's a little different with me. I'm the most well-rounded person I know that has been to school. I've been to prison and college. That's a dad. I got 3 kids, and I'm out here doing it in Broward County. You know, this is my city. You know, I've been here. I lived most of my life in Broward County, so I rep Lauderdale. I rep 954. I'm from Broward. My kids was born here in Coral Springs Hospital. My mom lives here. My dad lives here now. You know, we all Broward County, and so I've been here for over 20 years. So it's definitely a great thing to have the opportunity to have the culture and opportunity and diversity that you have in South Florida. You don't get that no other place really in the world, and definitely no other place in Florida. So and that's one of my singles coming out. Y'all will see, Never Broken Broward. I Get That Money. So we gonna do that then. Y'all can look forward to that coming out this year, 2019. One of my singles off the album, GL Money Mclane, Never Broken Broward. Featuring my homeboy Right Wrist. Shout out to Right Wrist. Lauderdale, Broward County, baby. Yeah.
Okay, that's definitely true. I can understand all that.
Yeah.
All right, now, so we're gonna ask you now, how long have you been creating all this music? How long you been playing the world with all this art?
Man, let's see here. I went to the first studio when I was 13 years old, and you know, some of this, don't pay attention to the fake age I told y'all about 26. That's just what I get all the time. People tell me I look like I'm 26, so yeah, 26. GL Money Mclane, ha. But I've been making music since I was 13 years old in a professional studio. Since I was 10 years old, off the balcony of the Villas in Deep Side, thinking there was a fake audience down there with my karaoke machine my mama brought me. 10 years old, actually doing my own. I've been doing music, man, for over 23 years. I've been doing music for over 23 years. That's why I say I've been rapping before all these artists out been rapping, actually in the studio writing lyrics and songs. And it ain't like, you know, you've been rapping and don't know how to rap for all these years. No, I've been rapping, know how to rap better than a lot of these artists out. And I've been doing it for longer than most of all these rappers out. So I'm actually about to open up a little rapping school and teach people who want to learn how to rap, teach people online and stuff that they can sign up for a class how to rap, because I can help them with the transitional phrases, metaphors, similes, topics, sentences, subjects, and stuff like that. Verbs. I mean, I'm a great lyricist, man. I can really do this thing here. I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all got to check out the mixtape. You got to check out the album. The mixtape first coming out 2 weeks from now. TGRYNH, the greatest rapper you never heard. So I've been rapping for over 23 years.
All right, now, so have you worked with any artists or producers?
Yes, actually, I worked with a good producer out there in West Tamarack, Debonair. It's one of my guys. Shout out to Debonair. I worked with I worked with my guy. So I actually performed. I was working with Josephina. A lot of y'all may know Josephina. We was working on the song together. He put out Scott Torch and Swift and North Star and a lot of those loud records. He did some stuff. So we working on something that ain't came out yet. But I was working with him for a while, just kind of doing my own thing now. And as far as like artists, I perform in front of met the man when I was 13. I met the man, brought me on stage back in the day. I performed in front of T.I. T.I. heard me and told me to keep doing my thing. That was back in 2006, Club Revolution here in Broward. Let's see, who else I opened up for? I opened up for Briscoe and Daytona. My boy A.E. Adam got me that performance. Boy Briscoe opened up for him. And and Gold Rush. I worked with Gold Rush. Shout out to my boy Goldie. That's one of the big producers in South Florida now and blowing up. But me and him been working together for like over 15 years, me and Goldie. So yeah, that's my boy Gold Rush. One of the producers I work with, and that's just a few. There's probably a few more out there, but that's just the main people right now that I can think of.
I was actually wondering, so what is one of the artists that you yourself would like to work with?
Well, some of the artists, one of the artists that I would like to work with, I really feel good about J. Cole because he's a lyricist, so I think me and him would make a great song. Me, him, and Andre from Outkast 3000, the way he has his lyricism. Also, I like the way Big Sean is a lyricist, I would like to do a song with him. And not even just about doing songs with all lyricists, but like some of my favorite artists that I would love to do a song with would be Drake because of his style and, his influence. And he has a lot of truth in what he says as well, just a raw, pure type of flow. And, like I say, I even want to do a song with people who are like 21 Savage. I'll do a song with him. I listen to a lot of his songs just because of the lifestyle and the struggles that I had to go through growing up, in South Florida and Broward County, also in Daytona Beach, Florida. Those are a few artists. There's a few more out there. I want to say shout out to Young Simi. That's one South Florida artist. That's a decent lyricist and spitter that I think the world are sleeping on, along with myself. Let's see here. Also, I want to do a song with Jadakiss, future Lil Wayne, Jadakiss.
Is specifically only male artists on your list?
That's a good question. I would like to do a song with Lauryn Hill. Yeah, I would like to do a song as well with Future. I think he's a good artist. I like the way he freaked the auto-tune. Like, some people shouldn't use the auto-tune, and everybody trying to do it. Everybody don't sound good doing it, but he really fit it, and he freaked it real good. Like, he know how to use it. So, I like a lot of his songs, too, and the way he, come from a different type of, perspective with the rap music or trap music. Not to say he's so much of an ultra lyricist, but he makes some good songs. And I like a lot of his songs. So I would do a song with him. Lil Wayne, of course, that's one of my lyricists. I know a lot of people, may think different on some songs, but if you really listen to a lot of his songs, he got a lot of great lyrics and punchlines, and which I'm a big fan of, that raw creativity, metaphors, and similes. Lil Wayne, Lauryn Hill, the legendary Lauryn Hill, I make a good song with her, of course. I like to make do a song. I mean, there's a couple of artists out there I would like to do a song with, man. I could really go on. It's a big list, but some of them will probably be the foremost and the forefront artists that I would like to do songs with. And I think that we could make some great music with. Even Kanye West, me and Kanye West can make some crazy shit, some good shit. And, it's just a lot of artists out there. Now, not to say that I would sign with them or hang out with them, but as far as them sending me music or me sending them music and we putting the song together and putting it out new and raw, yeah, we could do that all day, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, a lot of these artists, man, have done some secretive, just unlawful, unreal shit, man. They just, but they're selling their souls and the sacrifices and all these rituals and stuff, man, you can't trust some of these major artists in a certain way, I think, as far as what they're saying. But on my songs, I would make sure we come in correct. Oh, Jadakiss is another artist I would want to do a song with, one of the legendary artists still left in the game. I was a big fan of Busta Rhymes. I wouldn't mind doing a song with Busta Rhymes if we can go back to the old Busta style, and that's just a few to name a few. Now.
All right. So now, Mr. GL, who would you say are the real lyricists or rappers out there today?
Yeah, we kind of went over that with my boy John, but yeah, the real lyricists and real rappers, one, me being myself, Jadakiss, J. Cole, Big Sean, Kendrick Lamar. You got Lauryn Hill. Nicki Minaj can rap, too. She's a lyricist. A lot of the time she try to do commercial stuff and stuff, but if you listen to her punchlines and metaphors, the girl actually can rap. And so can Cardi B, but like I say, just the type of dialect of what you're saying, I don't want my daughter hearing no remix of Bust It Down Tatiana talking about slurp, I'ma slurp and swallow this. Nah, you just lost your whole class. Like, that ain't what's supposed to be promoted on the radio. Keep that shit underground, but that's what the world promoting. So, but like as far as the lyricism, man, people doing witty, creative punchlines and stuff like that, those first 4 or 5 that I said, of course, Tupac Shakur, one of the greatest lyricists, my mentor of all time. Like you say, he one of my greatest influences. Tupac had God Life. Thug Life on his stomach. I got God Life on mine. So he was really a great influence to me. And he was a great lyricist if you listen to his rhymes. Biggie Smalls is a good lyricist as well, one of the greats. Rakim. Now we're going in the past, But as far as the future, present right now, one of my favorite rappers, like I have favorite rappers that are not lyricists, but they make a lot of good songs. Like with the Future, he make a lot of good songs I listen to. I even have like 3 of Chief Keef songs I love and I think that are classics, like Pull Up, Baby, and it's how the song go again? Magic. And it's Magic. So anyway, that's just one of the examples of how some of these artists can actually make good music, and I don't even think they promote those songs as much as they should. Whereas they promote the songs where they just acting retarded, mumbling, and talking stupid stuff on, So, but those are some of the best artists I think out in the game, and that's why I say with the mixtape, TGRYNH, the greatest rapper you never heard. That's me, because there's not a lot of competition out here. God made it easier to clear and make all these other rappers come in that ain't saying nothing, that can't really rap. Even some of these rappers will tell you they can't rap. Like, for example, 6ix9ine, he say, I don't rap, I'm not a real lyricist, I just make good songs. Well, of course, because that's what the world wants, and you don't have to be a real rapper these days, but people like me who value lyricism and how rap was actually created, we do still value lyricism. It's not really about saving hip-hop anymore, it's already dead. It's about this new genre of rap. Be a raw soul artist. Be a God-like sound artist. That's what it's about now. Let them have that rap shit. That shit dead.
Okay. So even like, for example, then, you're saying Lil Wayne is on your list as well, right? Right. Okay, so like when he had, I believe he did a song in remembrance of XXX. Yeah. Like he said on there, in my family tree next to a money tree in a garden of Eden full of leaves. So I can definitely appreciate on that, because there's a few times where they really will say something. Yeah. You're like, oh, actually makes sense. Right. We're down here for a reason now. Right. And get back to the right places, because there's so many people just throwing words out here, and I was reading on youth like, I was like, what? Then I started listening, the sounds okay. But then I started listening, I was like, whoa. Yeah, they really sound. I have a 2.5-year-old. I don't want my little daughter around here saying a lot of these guys are, I don't say no names on who, but like I say, every artist with a major deal, with a major distribution deal, that's all over the radio, all over the TV, all on the movies, they Luciferians, man. They worship the devil, they were sent by the devil, they work for the devil. They sending a lot of demonic frequencies out there, saying a lot of demonic shit, slick shit inside these verses that, well, if I slow it down and break it down for you, you're going to be like, damn, what? But yeah, because you're not aware of some of the people out there, most of the general, they not aware. They blindfolded. They think it's a game. You guys think it's a rumor. You think it's a joke. Okay, keep on thinking when these people steady showing you, not denying it, not saying it, but they never deny it. They steady showing you, and they do say some little shit here and there inside these verses. So if y'all don't want to peep game, that's up to y'all. If y'all want to be lame, shit, like, it's crazy how people can completely oblivious to it and just look over it and think it's a game. It's not a game. It's some real shit. Game, but I'm here to shed light. I'm here to show you the way for those who do believe, those who can see, who want more godly music, clean, positive music, energetic, happy music.
hey, that's what we here for. God Life Sound, GL Money Mclane, baby.
Our second question today, we want to know why should people listen to and also support the GL movement?
That's a great question. And the reason is because these other artists and the music that's on the radio, you don't know, or you do know that these guys have sold their soul and they worship the devil. So if you like worshiping the devil or you don't care about it, you don't believe in God or the devil, then you're still on that side. It's either you believe in God and you want to listen to positive godly music, or it's either you don't. And that's what the team is. That's what the line is that I'm drawing, that I'm making in the world and in the game with me and my music and my movement. I'm making people choose a side. Don't try to play both sides. Don't try to deceive people and throw people into the hellfire and the hell water with the music and make it seem like it's good when you know you were sent by a snake, or you were sent by the devil. And so here's the thing. Why they should listen to God Life Sound is the genre that I made. Why they should listen to Raw Soul is because they're going to get music where there's no negativity, there's no retardation, where you're talking about killing your own race, your own kind, and fuck your sister, mother, incest, and slut, and all that crazy shit. All that retarded shit is done. Y'all can keep that. Y'all can keep that on your radio station. You can keep that on your TV station. But for the people who want the real, raw, pure music, they want new music that's positive, that's godly, but not Christian worship music. I mean, you don't have to be a slut and just be singing and praising God on a church type level. I mean, you can make a good music, hip hop, unique beats. You can go hard, you can say cool stuff, and it does not have to be positive or retarded like some of that. So that's why they should listen to me. And plus, if they want a real lyricist and they want a guy that makes his own beats, which I do, and make good instruments and new music and new sound, that's why they should listen to GL Money Mclane, because I'm going to give you the real raw, and it's positive, it's godly, and I'm a rapper that ain't sold his soul. I'm the one that's going to make you choose that line, whether you worship God or the devil, which artist you want to support. The artists that are sent by Luciferians that worship the devil, or you want to support artists that are godly, that are raw, that haven't sold their soul. And I'm God-like, so that's why you should listen to me.
I can definitely understand that, because there's a lot of times people often just turn on the radio, but they're not actively listening or aware of what they're taking in.
The radio is negative stuff. I mean, like the one girl talking about you making the song, talking about how you his side piece. Like, what kind of inspiration is that for a woman or for a young girl listening to the radio, public radio? That's just retarded. This is retarded stuff. This is what's on the radio. They don't want to play the real stuff. This is what they're taking the money for, to play and influence those frequencies and sound waves out into the world. That psychologically mess up the youth and lead them into condemnation. And so that's not, my music gonna lead you back on a straight, narrow path to the God's kingdom, to positivity, prosperity, to life. I'm all about life. Their music is about death. What side you on?
Exactly, because the thing is, as long as we're learning, we're living. And as long as we are growing, we have the ability to learn. So I can definitely support that. And we're on to the next one. What is Raw Soul?
Well, Raw Soul is that new genre of music, along with God Life. It's two genres of music that I'm bringing and created into the world. Raw Soul is for rappers, R&B, musicians that don't want to be considered a rapper anymore because they killed that game and it has a negative connotation to rappers and the profile of rappers. So if you still want to make music and make hip-hop and make raw music, and you're never going to sell your soul to any man or any devil, then that's what you need to be, is promote raw soul. Be a raw soul artist, which is you just spitting out raw music for the world to hear, and raw lyrics, creative lyrics. If you curse, you curse. This is not God Life Sound. God Life Sound is where you can't curse and have provocative of vulgar, words. I mean, because people out there want to just hear pure music. They don't want to feel weird when their kids come in the car and have to change the music like I do. They don't want to have to hear the radio and turn it down because they're saying something retarded. They don't want to have to, be uncomfortable if I'm with one of my white friends and then the part they singing the songs and the part the song says nigga and he have to be quiet, or I'm watching him to say if he even say nigga and don't say nothing else. Like, we shouldn't have to have that issue.
Alright, so now we're going to go on to the next one now here. So we're going to ask you today now, what is God-like sound?
God-like sound is that second genre of music that I created into the world. The first genre, raw soul, is the second one. So God-like sound is positive music, no cuss words. It's people that believe in God. It's not Christian music. It's great, unique, modern beat, raw beats. They don't have to be on 4-point measures. It's just like orchestration, symphony, hip-hop sound, reggaeton sound. You get good lyricism. You don't have to worry about the word nigga or, F-U-C-K and all that crazy stuff they have to edit out or you don't want your kids hearing. And you don't have to worry about people saying eat booty holes and all that crazy stuff that they got in rap and R&B. It's good positive music with good positive energy, with raw unique sound and beats, with people that believe in God, that haven't sold their soul. And that's what God-like sound is all about. It needs to be a genre or a lane where people know they can go and turn that on, in which they can find God-like sound on 24hourjams.com, also on YouTube and on SoundCloud, and on my Clout Cam app. You can find God-like sound on that. So that's what God-like sound is, and I think that's one of the biggest influences of greater things into the world that I'm bringing.
Okay, so great music, positive vibes, and it's about grinding and alignment.
Right. Exactly.
Definitely out there for that.
Awesome.
What motivates you the most? What brings that passion to the table now?
Yep, just like I said with my boy John, what motivates me the most is God, first and foremost. My family, my kids, and then the money. That's kind of like my name, God, life, and then the money. God, life, money, McLane. That's my motivation. And plus my passion to show my talent, the God-given revelation and gift that God gave me, the gift of gab and talent of lyricism, because I also make money on the phone selling health insurance too. So I really got the gift of gab and be a closer and a salesman, and just my passion to expose the false altars, like I know what God wants us to do and like the Holy Word tell us to do, And I know you can't always say do everything the Bible tell you to do, because I believe parts of it was man-made and was tampered with, but I do believe the Word of God still gets through, even though they try to tamper it and mess it up. And I think when they say you got to expose the false altars and false prophets, I believe that's real, because these guys out here are misleading the youth. They ain't misleading me, because I'm like on the outside of the matrix looking down on these clowns and what they doing. So I can see everything so clear, how they just puppets and how they so weak and negative and genocidal. It's genocide music is what they portray, and I portray life music, God-like. So that's what motivates me the most, to put the music out there, to make the money, to provide for my family, and just to do what the inner spirit of God projecting me and propelling me to do.
Always, that's basically to be your choice at every moment.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Awesome.
Well, now, great last one. We gotta know, what is your most ultimate achievement and goal now?
Great question. My most ultimate achievement is to have God-like sound, one of the most popular genres of music, and one of the most influential ways to the world. Also to get 20,000 to 100,000 true fans, GLians as I like to call them, my GLians, that's going to actually follow and support my music and my movement, download, buy album, because they say people don't buy music anymore. So if I can get just 20,000 to 100,000 people across the world just to believe in me and love me and my music, and support what I stand for and what we got going on, then that's the ultimate goal. But over all that, the ultimate goal would be to own my own island, and I like to call it Spagotia, the land of truth free, to own my own island where there's no white police, so you don't have to worry about police brutality, where there is no drugs being sold or crime, where there's no incest or rape, and there's no negativity, just all positive, godly fun, and real classy and fancy too, kind of like even better than the buildings in Dubai. That's what I want to do. I want to start my own mini country, and we grow and influence the world and show the other countries of the world how it should be. We have our own defenses, military, everything, and that's the ultimate goal for me, is to own my own island / mini country. God life forever. That's the slogan.
Okay. All right, now, Mr. Money over here. I got a great question for you. How's your dating life? All the lovely ladies out here now, they want to know, how's your dating life going?
Well, for the past year, I've been single. Got out of a relationship with my first baby mama. I only have 2 baby mamas, by the way, and I only have 3 kids, just 2 from one and 1 from the other. But anyways, my dating life is pretty decent. I'm just focusing on myself and getting the music out and all my inventions and business ideas up and running and pumping and getting this money. But I had a few dates throughout the past, and I'm still single, looking for that right queen to fit for this type of king, because behind every great man is a great woman, and kind of like Michelle and Obama. So it's, that might not come in a year or 2 years. You really got to take the time to find the right one that's on that level, that can understand what you're doing and actually have common like goals and interests. And I think that's the best relationship that you can have, and also respect and communication. So, once we get that, and like my boy Lil Wayne say, life is a bitch, just make sure the bitch is beautiful. Not to say all women are bitches, but you're gonna have ups and downs in every relationship. So yeah, I'm real picky about looking a certain way, because I work hard myself and go to the gym for years and an athlete. So I feel like a woman should also put enough time and interest in her getting herself together. So once I find that woman with all those things and qualities, then I won't be single anymore. But for right now, get out your boy. Yeah, baby.
Want to take that time.
Time to find the right one.
Not only that, to even can get to know themselves, because they're jumping to look for somebody else that completes them. With the thing is, if God already gave you yourself, you are all that you need.
All that you need.
So once your energy and your vibrations at that right place, then you're on track. Everything just falls into place, as you say.
Right.
When you put that work effort, everything falls into place.
Right. Because I don't need like a woman to complete me, because I'm already complete, like you say. The perfect number is 7 of God life, and what I want is a queen, because let's face it, at the end of the night, is either you got somebody or you don't. And then when you wake up in the morning, though, is that the person you really want to be with every day, and for the next night to come. So that's what everybody needs to ask themselves, and stop taking the phone if they is with somebody who they just shacking up with or being with to be convenient. You got to make sure you really give that person due diligence. Like, you holding that person back and holding yourself back by just taking that, one night, or just keeping that relationship on hold until you find something better. So that's how I feel.
Thanks for all this, the GL, the God Life brand here. Next question is, what else are you into, and what else is next, actually?
Oh, I'm a athlete. I love football. I actually coach my son's football team, and I do a lot of offshore betting myself. I really like the game of football. I played myself, like with one of the people y'all may know is Jonte Samuel. I grew up playing ball with him a lot of little lakes, and he made it to the league, and I made it to prison, and then got out and tried to get back in the league. But I always focused on music, because everybody knew me, even from a lot of the Lakes Middle. Lunchtime, I would beat on the table, and they would always want me to do that at lunch, and beat on the table and freestyle and do rap way back before people was even trying to rap. So, I feel like I'm legendary in that sense. And I also feel like, other than music, I got, like I say, my book coming out, which is called The BG Theory, which is really, it's an acronym for the actual title that I don't want to release yet. But it's a book about the depreciation and appreciation of relationships and value between man and woman. And so that's a great book I have coming out. Got my movie coming out, the story of GL Money Mclane. And we have other movies coming out as well. And then a whole bunch of videos, my album, my mixtape. And we're also doing like obstacle course runs and flag football tournaments throughout the community. So that's what a bunch of the other stuff that I'm into. And my clothing line is coming out in 2022, GL Designer McLane. So that's what we look. Oh yeah, let's not forget my apps. I got my Cloud Cam, my social media app, Cloud Cam. That's coming out already in the works. That's coming out this year, 2019. Another social media platform. So that's what y'all can look for from GL Money Mclane and the movement from 2019 and beyond.
That's really great to hear, because I already know, like, a lot of times people always out here working their building, but they don't actually come back into where they came from. Like you were saying with Ron, I know he invested in like the beach side over here, so the whole group's over here.
Right.
Invest back into music, because when you see your youth here, of course, we're all going to have our dreams. We're all going to chase them. So a lot of times, it's have that little extra direction. Have somebody who's actually here to say, let's go do this. Because even me and my own struggles, my past and my blessed journey, there's been people who would say, oh, here, I didn't always listen then. So a lot of times I was being hard-headed myself.
Right.
And sooner or later, we needed somebody to come back and say, hey, come on, see, you can do it.
Exactly.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, man. I felt like, you know, I could have actually, if I were to put myself out there more, like, you know, because for me being from Deep Side and then hearing about this kid, XXX Tentacion, being from Lauderhill and Deep Side, I wonder if I would have put the God Life influence out there sooner, like more in that area, especially where I grew up at, where he ever would have signed and did the deal. Like he said, he sold his soul to the devil. He said it himself, you know, in his little comment and shit. And that's how his videos portray as him making a deal to get that fame, selling his soul for the devil. Then he tried to renege, kind of like Pac, and it seemed like they killed him, or he faked his death kind of like Pac to try to get away from those who wanted to kill him for reneging. So that shit does get deep, and like I say, that's why that shit crazy. They can have that shit. I had a dream of wanting a big record deal and stuff when I was young, and once Tupac exposed these motherfuckers, and he was the first one to do it, and then Michael Jackson tried to do it, and they kind of killed him, and Prince was thinking about doing, and all these people are trying to expose now and reveal how they, I mean, Jim Carrey, but they ain't fucking with Jim Carrey, the white man. He talking about Illuminati and all the crazy shit. He going crazy, and his girlfriend killed herself, and he going crazy, but they ain't fucking with him, and they kind of let him do another movie and brought him back to life or whatever they like, or death, or however you back to death. But anyway, like I say, man, it's crazy. They can have that game. I want to do my own thing. I just want my own 20,000, 100,000 real fans that'll buy something, download my album once, twice a year, and we good, man. We Gucci. I think that's what any artist should be looking forward to doing, man. It's money, different ways to get money. You don't have to sell your soul to get the money. You don't have to sell your soul just to get some fame or just to get people to hear your music. So
that's most definitely true, because we always have a choice.
Always have a choice.
Even a choice to be happy. So you always have a choice what you want to do. You're going to take this time, as you understand, as each moment, each second is an investment.
Right.
You have a choice to invest in, whether it's in the negative or the positive.
Right.
And so people, like you were saying, or just they're not as aware or blind as you were saying, they make choices just, I'm going to go with the flow.
Right.
I'm going to go follow the crowd instead of saying, let me go the extra mile.
Sometimes when it's too late, they kind of realize the mistake they did and what they suck it into once they get into it. Just like the song says, just like everybody say, the devil is a lie. So anything you thought you was getting that they told you, man, you still can get fucked over. You still can go to jail, prison, and lose your life, and you can sell your soul, and now you don't got no money. So it's a crappy deal. Just like one of the artists said, Kanye West said, it's a crappy deal. I sold my soul for a couple of toys and a Happy Meal. He said it on the song. I mean, this nigga here telling y'all shit. Like, it's crazy how people just can just be oblivious to it and just look over it and think it's a game. It's not a game. This is real shit, people. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right, now, so where can people see or hear your music and, music?
People can always see or hear my music on YouTube, on 24-Hour Jam. Just look up GL Money Mclane. McLane is MCLANE. And they can see me on SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram, 24-Hour Jam, which is my own radio station. You can get non-stop music, commercial-free radio. You can get God Life Sound on there. You can get regular Martin Day rap. You can get raw soul on there, R&B on there. My music, of course, all my songs and videos on 24hourjams.com. That's 24HRJAMZ.com. That's my site too. And Cloud Cam, when they come out, you can get my music on there. We're about to get on iTunes. Got to up that up. Also, of course, even eBay, you can get my music. And YouTube, like I said, if you ever in doubt, just go to YouTube or 24-Hour Jams or SoundCloud. You can get my songs on there. And thatpiff.com. Don't forget about thatpiff.com.
Okay, so you're basically Googleable.
That's right. Thank you. All right.
All right, now, so to top it off, and you know you got to put that good sauce on top, you know, after you get in the kitchen now.
Right.
So, last thing to serve up now. What is your positive message to the young kids and blacks out there that are listening to rap?
Great question. My message is don't believe these artists, these major artists, these major labels and distribution companies. Don't believe these rappers to the T for everything they say, for 90% of the shit they say. It's all false. It's all fake. As you see, artists getting caught and departed. As you see, artists lying about where they're from or trying to keep it a secret and who their daddy is. As you see, artists ain't even have really no criminal records, but saying they so much of a criminal and all this gangster stuff. As you see, artists getting their chains snatched and getting punched like little punks, but yet they so hard and tough on the record. Man, hey, don't listen to these artists when they tell you, oh, you gotta whip it up, cook it, risk game action. There's other stuff out there to do than selling dope. Go to school, get you a degree, open your own business, open a podcast, do an internet blog, do an internet show. Go out there and work. There's so many businesses you can do. You know, I'm not one to tell you to go work for another man, but it's an honorable job. It's a way for you to build up your money and stack up your money till you get to do what you want to do and become your own boss. You know, my influence to the youth and young black kids and people out there in America is to boss up your life. Become your own boss. Don't ever sell your soul. Believe in God. God is real. Why they have these guys selling their soul and doing rituals with candles and stuff like that if it's not real? Why they giving you $100 million to do that if it's not real? Heaven and hell is real. God and the devil is real. This ain't no fucking game. Wake the fuck up. Life is real. You guys listen to GL Money Mclane. I'll make men out of men. If you're out there and if you listen here about gays. God life doesn't stand for gays, man. We don't think that's okay. Not to say we not the extremists. I would never say kill anybody. The people who shot up the gay club, I'm not with that. I'm not for that. You're not supposed to shoot people up. Instead, my campaign is the GL Money Mclane campaign. GL Money Mclane Convert a Faggot campaign, should I say. And I ain't trying to offend nobody, but I believe like instead of, you know, alienating them and letting them have gay pride, and which the first black president had to approve gay marriage, which is like a blasphemy of him even coming into office. It's weird that, you know, people just think it's okay and let it go. Let's take the rainbow back. Let's not make the rainbow God's golden ark and promise to the world that the world will never flood again. Let's take that back and let that stand for straight pride. Let that stand for humanness, people that believe in God. That's not a symbol for gay people. You wear a rainbow, to me, that's not a symbol for being gay. If you are gay, hey, to each his own. I understand something must have happened in life, but be real with yourself. No humans will exist if everybody was gay. So if everybody can't be gay, then it ain't right. You can't do it, you know, because you're not reproducing. I'm about life. God life is about life. When you a gay person, you're not creating life. You're not procreating. You're not recreating. You're about death then. Even if you're blind, even if you don't believe in God or the devil, you lost. You just the same as lukewarm or believing in the devil. You on that side. What team are you on? God's team or the gay team or the blind team, the lost team? Life. Are you on life team or are you on death? That's what I want to say to the youth. If God life don't promote that, that's one thing I want to say as well. God life sound artists, you can't be gay. You got to be straight. If they can walk up and have a gay parade and gay pride, then I can stand up for straight people and say I'm straight and have straight pride. And that's what it's about, you know, and that's what I'm promoting. That's my movement. GL Money Mclane Convert a Faggot campaign. That's what I say to the youth. Listen to my song No Tights. Why y'all grown men or young men wearing tight ass pants? I got a dick and balls. My shit can't even breathe like that. Leave the tights for the women. In my generation, we ain't wear that. You don't have to have your pants sagging showing your ass or your drawers either. But you don't have to have pants so tight where you can't even move or walk and you looking like a female. That's what they trying to do. They trying to make y'all say it's okay to be feminine, to be womanistic, and it's wrong. A man should be a man. Be a man. Be a provider and a protector for your family Don't wear no damn tight pants. Listen to my song, No Tights. I talk about a lot of shit with drugs and youth in that song. 15,000 views already on YouTube. Listen to that shit. And like I say, man, God life forever. We don't promote that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. GL Money Mclane. That's what I got to say to the youth. Positivity. God life sound. If you're tired of listening to all these retarded rappers and all this negative rap, listen to God life sound. And if you don't, and if you're an artist out there and you know you'll never sell your soul and you want to show that to the world, rep Raw Soul. Make some Raw Soul songs. And that's what's up, man. That's what I got going on. GL Money Mclane.
I'ma live. I'ma survive.
Yeah, we got found. That's what's going on back there.
I came to bring the pain. I came to bring the pain. I came to bring the pain. Now listen to me.
I want Jews like the Jewish man. Yeah, and knowledge like Illuminati. I run the game like the president. Yeah, with brains of the fucking pimp. I want power like the white pope. Power like the white pope. Powder like the white dope. Powder like the white dope. Schools, they don't give us hope. Schools, they don't give us hope. Show us hanging from a rope. And that's the hook.